Claiming the 2023 state title, Orofino must go through the toughest teams in Idaho. Our game today is brought to you by friends at Atkinson Distributing, Orofino Marketplace, Barlow Quality Trust, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, Clearwater Valley Health, Best Built Builder Supply, Fiesta and Jalisco, Orofino Physical Therapy, Finke Logging, Family Eye Care, Innovative Electric, P1FCU, Orofino Police Department, Kimberling Insurance Company, Simmons Natal Enterprises, Les Schwab Tire Center, Renata's Cakery, Riverside Physical Therapy, and the Pizza Factory. We invite you to sit back and relax. It's time for Maniac Baseball on 1300 KLER AM. And now to the park at Orofino High we go for all the play-by-play action with CJ Thompson.
And welcome to the ballpark at Orofino High School. It is the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, we are just to the left, right behind home plate here, as we get set for Game 2 of the Idaho State Baseball Championships. And today, the Orofino Maniacs, the winners of the Central Idaho League, get set to take on the Declo Hornets, the winners of the Canyon Conference. Well, when you started the season out 3 months ago, anyway, it just seemed like that people were going, well, what's this team going to look like? There's a lot of young kids. What's it going to look like? Well, CJ, it was a little bit of a rocky start for the Maniacs, but they just turned it on. They won every conference game with the exception of one. This team is for real.
Yeah, the Maniacs absolutely red hot. As you said, they did struggle at the plate early on in the season, but wow, have they really turned that around, and they hit extremely well all the way up and down the lineup. And not only that, but they have speed. They can get out and put the game in motion on the base paths.
You know, the interesting thing about this year, CJ, is that we had two new teams to contend with in the Central Idaho League. The Kellogg Wildcats as well as Priest River. And during the regular season, we never saw Priest River. And so you thought, well, what is this team going to look like when they come here to this district tournament? Well, the Maniacs just pushed everyone aside, winning the district title to make their way here as the number 2 overall seed in this state baseball tournament. And I'll tell you what, Orofino is firing on all cylinders right now. They look good at the plate. Pitching staff deep on the bench, so there's a lot of high hopes for this Maniac baseball team.
Yeah, most definitely. It felt pretty good, too, getting those 2 extra teams that got us the extra berth to the state tournament rather than having to monkey around to the play-in game. Of course, Orofino didn't need that anyway because they won it outright. But Declo knows a little bit about what Orofino has felt for the past however many years, only having 3 teams in the Central Idaho League. Their district tournament, it was a best-of-3 series with Wendell.
My gosh, best of 3 with one team. You know, as long as you come out with 2 victories, that's all that matters, really.
Scoreboards don't have pictures.
Well, we've just wrapped up game number 1. CJ is going to be talking about that, as well as other scores and other tournaments that are going on around the region and in the state of Idaho. You're listening to the 2A Idaho State Baseball Championships here on AM 13 KLER and on YouTube channel KLER 1300 AM. Don't go away. When we come back, it's Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores.
Reader's Digest recently conducted a poll of travelers who have stayed at a hotel in their state, and the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge Orofino was chosen by Idaho as the #1 lodge to rest your head. Relax and enjoy the many amenities the hotel has to offer: indoor pool and hot tub, full complimentary breakfast, and stunning views of the Clearwater River right outside your window. Plus, the lodge is within easy walking distance to downtown. #1 in the state is chosen by their customers, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge.
Proud to support Orofino High Athletics are your friends at Sunset Mart. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, while listening to the Maniacs, enjoy a delicious sandwich from our cold case and an ice-cold soft drink. A juicy hamburger is easily available from the hot deli case and always satisfying. And now mornings till 11, Sunset Mart serves up biscuits and gravy. We're on the go or settling in to listen to a game. Stop by Sunset Mart, your Maniac backer on Michigan Avenue.
It happens every May, postseason high school baseball and softball, and every year the Orofino Maniacs are always in the thick of it. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the rich tradition of Orofino High School athletics and hopes you'll get out and watch the next game. Orofino will be fighting for the Idaho Class 2A state title, and with you cheering in the stands, the Maniacs will be winners. Don't miss one game. Atkinson Distributing, where you'll find quality Chevron fuels with Techron, diesel, and home heating oils, backing OHS athletics.
With spring sports underway and gardening in full swing, Riverside Physical Therapy is here for you. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call to schedule a complimentary injury screen today. We'll answer your questions, give you a few pointers, or let you know if you need to be seen by a specialist. We cover everything from sports-related injuries to balance and fall prevention. Riverside Physical Therapy, 150 126th Street, Orofino, 476-7105.
And welcome back once again. Time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call or stop by to schedule a complimentary injury screen today. In high school boys baseball action in the region, Lewiston is at the state tournaments. They face off against Owyhee in the opening round at College of Idaho. Moscow battles Skyview there in Twin Falls. Of course, we have Orofino and Declo here in a game 2 here from the ball field at Orofino High. In game 3, it will be the top seed out of District 3 Marsing and the 2 seed out of District 5 Bear Lake. And the nightcap will be Malad and Kellogg. In some 1A action, Troy and Potlatch go at it at Church Field, and Prairie and Clearwater Valley will do battle at Church Field. In high school softball, CV squares off against Greenleaf from Caldwell High School. It is Kendrick and Vision Charter going at it at Caldwell. Genesee has Glens Ferry in the opening round at Caldwell, and Potlatch and Lighthouse Christian will be going head-to-head at Caldwell. And in game 1 here, for scores, Nampa Christian bounced first 3-2. Yesterday in scores, Troy trounced Idaho City 18-0 in the opening round of the state tournament at Church Field in Lewiston. Potlatch beat Glens Ferry 9-5. Prairie got the better of Vision Charter 14-2, and CV beat up on Horseshoe Bend 21-11. In Seattle Mariner baseball, the M's have the day off today, but they travel to face the Atlanta Braves tomorrow for the opener of a 3-game series. And depending on the Maniacs' results, we will have live coverage with pregame at 3, first pitch at 4:20 with Rick Riz right here on AM 13 at KLER. And that is schedules and scores here from the opening day of the 2A state tournament from the ball field at Orofino High. It's brought to you by our good friends at Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the Declo Hornets returns after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hard-working men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the baseball and softball teams participating in postseason play. Finke Logging is proud of all of our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forward in the classroom and on the ball field. Good luck, Maniacs. Bring home the hardware. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
Good luck, Orofino Maniacs, during your spring sports playoffs from Fiesta and Jalisco. On Johnson Avenue, Orofino, Fiesta and Jalisco Mexican restaurant is open to celebrate victories and console heartbreak. There's something for everyone. Tacos, enchiladas, burritos, and chimichangas. Combo plates featuring beef, chicken, and seafoods too. Fiesta and Jalisco Mexican food restaurant is where you'll find all your friends tonight. So come on by, supporting the Maniacs throughout the year. It's Fiesta and Jalisco.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that boxes by the curb make you a target for thieves? Or that dog bites account for 1/3 of all home liability claims? What if you didn't know that 1 in 7 drivers is uninsured? And that grease fires have to be smothered. The more you know, the better you can plan. Get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberlink, your local Farmers Insurance agent.
When it comes to your health care, getting placed on a long waiting list to see a provider can be frustrating. That's why at Orofino Physical Therapy, we recognize that when you're in pain, you want help now. At Orofino Physical Therapy, there is no waiting. Priding ourselves on offering same-day, next-day appointments, you can rest assured you'll be seen within 24 hours. If you're in pain and need help, don't wait. Call Orofino Physical Therapy. Call today, 476-9365.
We're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino, the site of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, our second game of the day is not too far off. The Orofino Maniacs, winners of the Central Idaho League, taking on the champions out of District 4 Canyon Conference, the Declo Hornets. So this is what the first day of the tournament looks like. We've already had game one. Firth, the champion out of District 6, they were the home team on the scoreboard. They fell to Napa Christian the final 3-2. With that victory, Napa Christian advances to the right, and the Firth Wildcats head over to the left side in the consolation side of the bracket. Orofino and Declo, as we said, just a few moments away. And then the afternoon session, Game 3 at 2:30. It's the champions out of the Western Idaho Conference, the Marsing Huskies, set to take on Bear Lake. They are the runner-up out of District 5. And then the final game of the evening is the champions of District 5, the Malad Dragons. They take on the second seed out of the Central Idaho League, the Kellogg Wildcats. That's a game that's tonight. And CJ, you got to tip your caps to the Kellogg Wildcats. I mean, we didn't know a whole lot about them. Former 3A school. They play 2A baseball, 2A basketball this last year. And I'll tell you what, Kellogg turned it on, especially when they had to face against a very tough Grangeville Bulldog team.
Yeah, most definitely. They struggled early in the season, were kind of streaky throughout the year, but they really turned it on when it counted there at the end of the season. Actually, they jumped out to an early 2-0 lead against Orofino in that opening game of the district tournament as well, but then, of course, Orofino turned on the Jets and rolled by them 9-2. But, yeah, Kellogg, they stuck in there against Grangeville, took them to extra innings, went 8 innings. I believe they won that one 13-12.
12, yeah, that's right. A big old softball score, that's for certain. And, gosh, CJ, why am I not seeing Kellogg in the tournament? Am I missing a tournament page? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 teams. I'm missing. Look at that. They gave me a program without the page with Kellogg and Malad in it.
Missing an insert.
Oh, my gosh. Well, anyway, talking about the Kellogg Wildcats, they have a couple of fantastic athletes on that squad. And so I think that Kellogg is hoping to come here and make some noise to represent District 2 as the second seed. They have the field ready. Since game number 1 went long, we've been informed there will be no infield, outfield. The Maniacs are off to the left. They occupy the third base dugout. They are in long toss right now, while Declo is huddled together in front of their first base dugout as we get ready for the game number 2 of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championship. All right, another break for CJ and I. When we come back, it'll be time for the exchange of the lineups when we return after this.
Clearwater Valley Hospital and Orofino Health Center, along with St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics, Cottonwood, are proud to help support the mission of our local high schools and all their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the field of play, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Hospital and Orofino Health Center, along with St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics, staffed by only the best family practice physicians and physician assistants.
Reader's Digest recently conducted a poll of travelers who have stayed at a hotel in their state, and the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge, Orofino, was chosen by Idaho as the #1 lodge to rest your head. Relax and enjoy the many amenities the hotel has to offer: indoor pool and hot tub, full complimentary breakfast, and stunning views of the Clearwater River right outside your window. Plus, the lodge is within easy walking distance to downtown. #1 in the state, as chosen by their customers, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge.
At Watson's Market Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, highest quality foods, and the smiles you see on our employees every day. We believe in community and donate to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, our commitment to you from Watson's Market Orofino.
Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Market Orofino.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than in the past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious pizza, baked spaghetti, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door. Or when you drive up to ours, 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, it's the Pizza Factory.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
And we're back here at the ball field at Orofino High School. Welcome, everyone, to the 2023 2A Idaho State Baseball Tournament. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, thanks for listening in to your Central Idaho Sports Leader 13 KLER, and on our streaming YouTube channel, KLER 1300 AM. CJ, I expect coaches to come out here with our officiating staff for the day any moment now to exchange lineups. Since they're not here yet, let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about what Orofino needs to do here in order to make sure that they come out on top of this baseball game against the Hornets.
Well, going back to what Coach Tonnevold was talking about in our post-game interview, not anything differently from what they've been doing all season. They want to approach this like it's just another game. Want to make sure that they're out there and they're loose. You know, they don't come out tight. They keep the pedal to the metal, and that everyone does their job. He has really instilled a team culture. Everyone, no one's above anyone else. Everyone will lay down a bunt when they're called to, and that's what you gotta love about this team.
I think that these boys, when they come out, they hit well, they run the bases well. But again, we were just talking about the pitching staff. A moment ago, Pat Christofferson walked by. He is the father of today's starting pitcher, Gavin Christofferson. And I recall the days when Pat was a pitcher for the Timberline High School Spartans, and when they were in the state tournament, and he was all keyed up as his family was looking on. And so now it's his turn to watch his son out there get the ball to start. And so Gavin has shown he's really a pretty good pitcher out on the hill. I mean, he's not going to blow you away with the speed or anything like that, but he changes his pitches up quite often, keeps them off the plate, a lot of ground ball outs, and that's exactly what Coach is looking for today from Gavin.
Yeah, most definitely. Once I saw that he started Gavin in the opening game of the district tournament against Kellogg, I wondered whether he might decide to do the same here in this tournament because, of course, you have Loudon and Drew that you would like to have for the later games, and having a pitcher like Gavin that can go out and compete the way that he can here in the opening round, that's just a weapon. And, of course, he's got so many in the rotation that he can go to if Gavin has a rough start. You got Dash Barlow, over at first base. Quentin Naranjo could take a turn on the mound there. Yep. They have a really deep pitching rotation to fall back on.
Well, still no sign of the officials, but it's my guess that they should come out and exchange lineups. Let's just go ahead and run down the starting lineup, CJ. Let's take a look at that defense for the Maniacs. They are the home team on the scoreboard today.
All right, as we were talking about on the mound, the tall right-hander from Weippe, Gavin Christofferson. He's tossing to his battery mate and the former Central Idaho League MVP. We'll see if he can win that honor again this year. Silas Naranjo, Quentin Naranjo over at third base. The youngster Jager Tonnevold in the hot hole at short today. Bodie Howell over at second, and rounding out the infield is Dash Barlow at first. Loudon Cochran is starting in center today. Nick Drobish over in left, and on the other side it is Easton Schneider in right.
All right, for the Declo Hornets, their starting lineup looks like this. They are coached by Mr. Jesse Miller, and he and the Hornets bring an 11-4 record to the state tournament. It'll be Max Snedeker, today's starting second baseman, who will hit first. Cal Silcock, the center fielder, is second in the order. Bodie Lam is today's catcher. He hits third. In the cleanup spot is first baseman Deegan Edgar. The third baseman is Kaiden Murdoch. Sixth in the order is Will Gerard. He is today's starting shortstop. Carson Ramsey is today's left fielder. And then hitting in the 8th spot is Jack Taylor, the right fielder. And then the DH hits 9th for the Hornets. That's Baxter Lee. He'll be hitting for today's starting pitcher for the Hornets, Treg Zaharis. So again, it's Snedeker, Silcock, Lom, Edgar, Murdoch, Gerard, Ramsey, Taylor, and Lee. Again, I'm not sure what the holdup is here, CJ. This game was to get underway at noon today. When I first got here, the tournament director, the athletic director here at Orofino High, Kathleen Tetweiler, I spoke with her. They were just starting the 6th inning of game number 1 between Napa Christian and Firth, and she said it was all zeros. There were lots of base runners, there were stoppages of play, and so that's why we're about a half hour behind on this, the second game of the tournament. But I would have thought that the umpires would be out here ready to go and get this thing rolling here to try and, because there are 2 more games after this, as a matter of fact. We want to make sure everything stays on time as best as possible.
Yeah, going back to what you just mentioned, that opening game between Firth and Nampa Christian, what a tough break for Firth in the opening round. They go 20-3 on the season. They earn themselves a top seed. They're playing a 2 seed in the state tournament and ends up being Nampa Christian. That is just, whew, that's a tough draw.
You know, Napa Christian, we saw them last year, of course, in the tournament. Orofino did not play Napa Christian, but it was a tournament that was hosted at Napa Christian that took us a little while to find, but we did make it to the ball field. And you name it, and it happened. Mark Harris, his very last tournament coaching for Napa Christian after 27 years. And Mark just walked by here about 15 minutes ago and gave me a quick handshake, because we have seen this man forever. Now it's a brand new coach, but it's Napa Christian, a story that can't be beat anywhere in the state of Idaho. They've won like 3 consecutive state titles. They've won, I think they've only lost 10 games out of the last 4 years. It's just amazing what that school does with their baseball program.
Oh gosh, I mean, there were 3 years there that Orofino and Nampa Christian faced off in the state tournament every year. Orofino got the first one, then Nampa Christian got the second 2, but it was quite a rivalry there during postseason for a while.
You know, Bo Cummings, the former coach of Orofino High School baseball, he told me years and years ago, he said one of the best coaches in the state by far is Mark Harris. And he goes, I just relish the opportunity to go up and play against his kids. Somebody asked me today if Bo Cummings might be here today, and it'd be nice. We'll put a shout out to his family, because he lives here in Orofino again. Somebody said, I just kind of figured Bo Cummings would be here, you know, working on the grounds or something like that. I don't know about that, but yeah, it'd be nice if Coach Cummings would show up here, especially since, you know, you're hosting this ballpark largely in part because of the efforts of Bo Cummings, and we'll have to wait and see if he comes around. Maybe we'll put him on the mic.
Yeah, it would be great to see him here. Someone who was the face of Orofino baseball for so long, put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this program. You know, he brought state championships. Love to see him out.
Yeah. Well, I do see the officials working their way towards home plate, so we're going to have a quick break for our in-studio engineer. We're going to take one more quick timeout as we get ready to exchange lineups and get ready for this. Orofino versus Declo, the 2A Idaho State Baseball Championships. We'll return after this.
Reader's Digest recently conducted a poll of travelers who have stayed at a hotel in their state, and the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge Orofino was chosen by Idaho as the #1 lodge to rest your head. Relax and enjoy the many amenities the hotel has to offer: indoor pool and hot tub, full complimentary breakfast, and stunning views of the Clearwater River right outside your window. Plus, the lodge is within easy walking distance to downtown. #1 in the state is chosen by their customers, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge.
Proud to support Orofino High Athletics are your friends at Sunset Mart. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, while listening to the Maniacs, enjoy a delicious sandwich from our cold case and an ice-cold soft drink. A juicy hamburger is easily available from the hot deli case and always satisfying. And now mornings till 11, Sunset Mart serves up biscuits and gravy. For on the go or settling in to listen to a game, stop by Sunset Mart, your Maniac backer on Michigan Avenue.
It happens every May, postseason high school baseball and softball, and every year the Orofino Maniacs are always in the thick of it. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the rich tradition of Orofino High School athletics and hopes you'll get out and watch the next game. Orofino will be fighting for the Idaho Class 2A state title, and with you cheering in the stands, the Maniacs will be winners. Don't miss one game. Atkinson Distributing, where you'll find quality Chevron fuels with Techron, diesel, and home heating oils, backing OHS athletics.
With spring sports underway and gardening in full swing, Riverside Physical Therapy is here for you. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call to schedule a complimentary injury screen today. We'll answer your questions, give you a few pointers, or let you know if you need to be seen by a specialist. We cover everything from sports-related injuries to balance and fall prevention. Riverside Physical Therapy, 150 126th Street, Orofino, 476-7105.
And we're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino. The officials meeting at home plate with Scotty Tondervold, the head coach of the Orofino Maniacs, 19-5, and Jesse Miller, the coach of the Declo Hornets, 11-4. CJ, one more time, let's look at that starting lineup for the Declo Hornets.
All right, drawing the start on the mound for Orofino is Gavin Christofferson. He, of course, comes over from Weippe, tossing to his battery mate Silas Narano behind the dish. Quentin Narano over at third, across the diamond at first, Ash Barlow. Jager Tonavold at short. Bodie Howell rounds out the infield at second. From left to right in the field, Nick Drobish, Loudon Cochran, and Easton Schneider.
All right, and for the Declo Hornets, it's Max Snedeker today, starting second baseman. He'll be followed by center fielder Cal Silcock. Third in the order is backstop Bodie Lom. The first baseman hitting in the cleanup spot for Declo is Deegan Edgar. Then it's third baseman Kaiden Murdoch. The shortstop, Will Gerard, will hit sixth. And then it's Carson Ramsey, the left fielder. Jack Taylor is the right fielder, and then Baxter Lee is the designated hitter. And so they've had the exchange of the lineups. Both teams are lining up on the first and third base lines respectively. And I'm not sure. We've already had a national anthem. Oh, all the players are going to be introduced here, CJ. So we've got a lot of guys, of course, that are not in this starting lineup for the Declo Hornets, including Garrett Darrington, Rance Miller, Zane Snedeker, Gavin Rasmussen, Kyle Bott, Britton Zollinger, and Cade Miller. Those guys are not slated to start here in this first game. The Maniacs, of course, with their 19-5 record, they too have a lot of guys on the bench that they can go to. One of the tough things about Maniac sports here as of lately is that there's not been a deep bench in some of their sports, either basketball or football. But Orofino definitely has a lot of kids, including like Eddie Harrison, who is a sophomore. Jonathan Wicks, a sophomore. Matt Castor is a senior on this club. Landon Hudson, not a starter. Nick Bonner, he's a freshman. Jake Ruina, another freshman. So Orofino's got a deep bench that they can go to, including Drew Hanna, and I'm sure we'll probably see him, if not tomorrow, then on Championship Saturday, should Orofino make it that far, CJ. I mean, just a stellar pitching staff on behalf of this Maniac squad that propelled them to their 19 victories this year.
Yeah, most definitely, and to watch out for Drew Hanna to maybe come in the latter innings, pick up a save or something like that if there's a close situation. Coach Tondervold does love to do that.
You know, CJ, if you turn around and look over your right shoulder, look at the stands. A game that was played earlier, Nampa Christian and Firth, these stands were completely filled. Now it's not as full as that first game, and that's kind of strange because Orofino, the home team, this is their field, and these stands should be absolutely full. Come on out, pay the small price of admission, and come and watch today's baseball game as Orofino gets ready to take on the Declo Hornets.
Number 3, Nick Probish.
Although I know I am appreciative of you listening at home. Bring the radio out and listen to us here.
And of course you can always bring your transistor radio if you have one of those hanging around the house. I'm not even sure if you know what that is, CJ, but
everyone does have a cell phone though, and you can just tune in on our YouTube.
That's right, that's right. KLER 1300 AM. As the Maniacs are being introduced here, when their name is read, they go out to their defensive positions. I believe this is the only time during the tournament that this will happen. They won't do this either tomorrow or Saturday, but they just want to make sure that they get everybody mentioned. If you're not a starter, you put your hand up and you wave to the crowd, and you get a nice round of applause. And so, again, this game was slated to get underway at noon today, but because of the length of the first game and the time that the officials needed to get out here, this game now looks like a 12:40 start. And of the officials that are standing at home plate, the only one that I recognize is Kenny Hobart. He is on our officiating staff. He is a District 1-2 official. And it's not like you're going to get any homer calls, not with Kenny. Kenny is very straightforward. He is one of those guys who's going to say, it's a ball, it's a strike, it's a swing, it's not a swing. He's not going to say, you know, this is my hometown. You know, I'm not going to do that. And so it's nice to know that you're going to have even scoring because of the officials here in District 1-2.
And that's what you love to see. It's all about the kids.
Well, the teams have gone into their dugouts. Orofino starts the ball around as taking his warm-up tosses. Gavin Christofferson for the Maniacs wearing number 52. And CJ, Gavin's pitches, I mean, he likes to spot his fastball in there, but he's got a curveball, a little bit of a slider. He's not a junk baller, but he's definitely going to mix his pitches up.
Yeah, most definitely. He's appeared in 6 games, 2 of them starts, 21.2 innings pitched. He comes in at 1-0. He's got a save in there as well. And his ERA is at 2.585.
2.5. That's amazing. I mean, if he can do that against this Declo squad, and I don't know how well, other than the record of 11-4 for the Declo Hornets, I don't know how well they hit the ball, how many runs per game that they average or anything like that. But you can bet you that Gavin is going to try and keep them first and foremost off the base. No walks. Don't give up any long fly balls. You know, he just wants to make sure that he keeps his pitches low and away to any batter to induce as many ground outs as possible in this game.
As a team, they hit 270 on the year.
Okay.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Well, we're ready to go. As starting it off will be Max Snediger, today's starting second baseman for the Hornets. He'll hit from the right side, toes that white chalk as he crowds home plate. Wears 9 on his back, shimmies, rests that bat on his shoulder. Here's the first Christofferson pitch. It's on the way. It is in there for a called strike, and we are underway. It's the 2A Idaho State Baseball Championship. CJ and I are proud to bring it to you at home. Here's Gavin's 0-1 delivery on the way. high, taken for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, this is game 2 of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. Game 1 in the books already. Napa Christian, a 3-2 victor over Firth earlier. Pitches swung through. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Snedeker.
Snedeker coming in hitting .333 on the season.
Well, that's what you want from your leadoff hitter, CJ. You want some guy who's going to be able to get on base, and hitting .333, that's the way to do it. Here's the 1-2, swinging 3rd strike, and they'll start the ball around the horn. There's 1 gone, and look at that. Gavin Christofferson with his first K in the book. And it comes against the leadoff hitter for the Hornets.
Yeah, you gotta love that start.
That's going to bring Silcock up to the plate. He's another right-handed hitter. 2 batting gloves on this young man standing at home plate, and the first offering to him is in there for a called strike as Gavin starts him out with a fastball just off the dish. 0-1.
Coming out aggressive, going right at these hitters.
Christofferson's 0-1. That's down the pipe for a called strike, 2. 0-2 to Cal. Maniacs wearing their blue tops. Orofino across the chest, white pants. Here's the waist pitch up there. That is just off the dish. Good looking waist pitch as he comes with a fastball right around eye high, but off of the dish. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cal. Here's Christofferson's next delivery. Curveball swung on and fouled at home plate. After Silcock, Bodie Lahm is on deck and Deegan Edgar in the hole. 1 gone. We're in the top of the first inning of play. Game number 2 of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships.
Yeah, you gotta love to see Gavin coming out, being aggressive out of the gates, throwing strikes, pitching from ahead in the count here for the first couple batters.
On the rubber, Gavin working from the windup. The right-hander begins his motion. Here's the 1-2, high and away for ball 2. Smart, you know, you want to poke that fastball in there every once in a while, but when you do, make sure it's out of the wheelhouse of this right-handed hitter standing at home plate. The 2-2, bender that stays up high for ball 3, and so Cal has worked his way back into the count, falling 0-2. Now he's at a full count. Here's Christofferson's 3-2, swinging 3rd strike, and Silas will start the ball around the horn. The 2nd K in the book for starting pitcher Gavin Christofferson.
What a start on the mound for Gavin.
Gosh, yeah, you know, he left the pitch prior to that, CJ, as a fastball that came in high that was left alone. This time he comes back a little bit of a curve, and it stays up in the zone, inducing a swing. Lahm now with 2 gone and nobody out on the sacks for the Hornets. Pitch is going to be swung on, fly ball, left field going back on it. Drobish looking, camps under it, makes the catch, and that'll do it. Top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Maniac half of the inning when CJ and I come back right after this.
Plans on building a new home, garage, or adding to your current business? Call Barlow Quality Trust, a name you've come to trust. Pick up the phone now, call Barlow Quality Trust for a free estimate, 435-4348. For commercial, residential, farm buildings, build them to last with the help of Barlow Quality Trust. Engineered and TPI inspected, pre-delivery within a 100-mile radius of Orofino, as well as competitive rates on our boom service. Barlow Quality Trust, backing high school athletics.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Details at leschwab.com/sale.
We're back. I'm Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson. CJ, let's take a look at that starting lineup for the Maniacs.
All right, in that leadoff spot, the always trusty Silas Narano. He's behind the dish, of course, defensively, followed by first baseman Dash Barlow in the 2 spot. Bodie Howell sticking in that 3 spot. He's at second today. Left fielder Nick Drobish gets cleanup duties once again, as he did throughout the district tournament. Designated hitter Aiden Olive will hit in the 5 spot, followed by Quentin Narano over at third. Bottom third of the order is right fielder Easton Schneider, Loudon Cochran in center, and Gavin Christofferson on the mound. And playing defensively today at shortstop, but not in the batting order, is Jager Tonebold. Once again, Narano, Barlow, Howell, Drobish, Olive, Narano, Schneider, Cochran, and Christofferson for the Maniacs. And how does the field look for the Hornets?
Well, the right-hander out on the hill right now is Treg Zaharis. He is taking his warm-up tosses. Battery mate is Bodie Lam. Over at first is Deegan Edgar. Max Snedeker is at second. Kaiden Murdoch at third. Will Gerard is at short. And then Carson Ramsey in left, Cal Silcock in center, and Jack Taylor is in right. As Harris is finished with his warm-up tosses, getting a quick word of encouragement from third baseman Murdoch. Shakes his hand. Murdoch heads over to third base, and we are ready to go with Silas Naranjo leading things off here in the Maniac half of the first. No score. Here's the first pitch to Silas. High for a ball, 1-0. As the first pitch to Silas starts him out with a fastball, just about eye high. Working from the windup, Zaharis kicks that left leg and he deals a pitch that's inside, and it hits Silas in the back pocket. So he's on base, hit by pitch. So Zaharis, not the way he wanted to start out, that's for certain. Did you see the look on the face of Naranjo when he turned and looked? I mean, we have a great vantage point here, CJ.
Yeah, it really is.
The look on his face was like, ow, that hurt, dang it. Here's Dashel with runner on. First pitch, swung on, a little looper out to the left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Picked up out there by Ramsey. And so there's the first base hit of this baseball game. It's a single off the bat of Barlow. And the Maniacs in good position here with 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first and nobody gone.
Picking up right where they left off, and here's the guy you want at the plate when you got guys on base.
You betcha. This is Howell. Stands even with the plate. Now working from the stretch is Zaharis. Fastball, that's taken for a strike at the knees. That didn't have a whole lot of pace on it, but as I watched Zaharis take his warm-up tosses, that looks like his fastball. He didn't throw any faster than that. Now the 0-1 on the way to Mr. Howell. Swung on and fouled straight back, so he has it timed up nicely, CJ, just underneath the pitch.
Maniacs have Bodie listed at a .455 average on the year.
Wow. You'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sundays.
He can really swing the bat.
Runners take their leads at first and second, and the 0-2 delivery. Inside, and it hit Howell. So Howell is on base, hit by pitch. So that's going to load up the sacks. Naranjo at third, Barlow at second, Howell at first. Again, just one base hit to put these 3 base runners on. That's going to bring up cleanup hitter Nick Drobish.
And the table is set. Drobish, one of the Pizza Factory Player of the Game winners from the district tournament.
Yeah, and Nick just sees the ball so very well. He can hit it all over the ballpark. First offering on the way to Nick. Starts him out with a fastball. Ground ball to the left side of the shortstop and out into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw to home plate. It's way up the line. 2 runs will score. Everybody moves up, and the Maniacs have a 2-0 lead on the bloop single from Drobish. He goes to second on the throw home, and Naranjo and Barlow score it to make it 2-0 in favor of Orofino. On the play, Howell goes from first to third.
Yeah, with the infielders playing up, he's able to get it behind that shortstop.
You know, and that's on the very first pitch. So Orofino, when they're on deck, they are getting enough opportunity to look at Zaharis, and they have an idea of what their first pitch is going to be. Twice now, 2 hits on the very first pitch from Zaharis. That's going to bring up the designated hitter Olive as runners up the line. And the first pitch to Aiden. Swung on, fly ball, foul out of play. No, it's actually going to drop into the warning track on the right side. Quick strike on Aiden.
Aiden, another Maniac, hitting 400 plus. He comes in at 439. One of the Maniacs with a home run on the year, as well as both he and Bodie Howell went yard at St. Mary's.
So runners up the line. Here's the 0-1. It's low, blocked nicely by Lom behind home plate, ball one. Aiden's got one of those hitting mitts, CJ. It's tucked away in his left pocket. I don't know how much those are. They look expensive when I see them on Major League Baseball players, but why is it in your back pocket? Here's the pitch. It is low, bounced up and out of the glove of Lom for ball two.
Oh, does he not switch to that one for base running? For sliding into second, because he's got a batting glove on.
Yeah, he's got a batting glove, but that mitt is meant, of course, to make sure that if there's a ball that comes inside off your wrist or whatever, you're protected. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, ground ball, and it's knocked down by the second baseman, and it ends up out into center field. 2-run score, and we're going to give Aiden Olive an RBI because he hit that one just to the right side of the mound. And scoring is Howell and Drobish to give Orofino a 4-0 lead. Wow, CJ. Just a rough play for Snedeker out there at second base. He wasn't going to have a play at home as the 1 run scored, but he could have possibly kept the second run from scoring. 4-0 Orofino, no outs, 1 aboard for Quentin Naranjo. Quentin swings through a high fastball, strike 1. Lom behind home plate was going to fire down to first base, CJ, but as he came up, that ball just popped straight up out of his hand, right back down into his hand, so no play. Away from first, Olive. The 0-1 on the way to Quentin. Olive running. Here's the throw down to second base, sliding in safely, well ahead.
See, he's got the mid on now.
Is Olive. What was that?
He's got it on for base running. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. The count now runs to a ball and a strike. Or was that a strike, CJ? I missed it. No, it's 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. High, 4 ball, 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Away from second base is Olive. And now the 0-2. Olive going to third. Here's the throw, and it is not in time. Sliding in with another stolen base is Aiden Olive. Boy, howdy, he is quickly putting his name in for consideration of a Pizza Factory Player of the Game.
Yeah, geez.
2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. We are just in the bottom of the first inning. Orofino leads it 4-0. The 1-2 is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Lom. So the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Doubt Coach Donovan could have drawn up a better start than this.
No, you can't. From the stretch, Zaharis straightens up chin high with the ball, and the 3-2 swung on, hit hard, right to the glove of the third baseman, and he taps the bag. Murdoch, a double play. Naranjo lines out for out number 1, and then Aiden Olive is doubled up, 5 unassisted for the second out. Wow.
Yeah, Naranjo turned on it, got great contact. Just unfortunately, right at Murdoch.
This is Easton Schneider. Nobody out on the pillows with 2 gone, and the first offering is a strike taken on the outside black. 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball, and that misses just a touch low for a ball, 1-1. Looks like Zaharis might be warming up a little bit because his fastball does get in there a little quicker. From 60 feet away, here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled at home plate off of the throwing hand of Lom at behind home plate. Look at him, he's flexing his shoulder now, CJ. That might have got more than his hand, it might have rode up his hand, and our home plate umpire is going to walk a ball out to Zaharis and give catcher Lom a little time behind the dish. He's asking him right now, you all right, kid? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone, nobody out on the bags, and here's the pitch. There is a called third strike. 4 runs for the Maniacs in the bottom of the first on 3 hits. Nobody left out there. 4-0 Orofino. It'll be the second inning. Who's up to bat here, CJ?
Edgar, Murdoch, and Gerard after this.
Good luck, teams, playing the 2A girls and boys softball and baseball championships from your friends at Simmons Natal Sanitation. All our area teams like Orofino and Kamei have put many hard hours into this season, and Robert Simmons and crew wish them the best of luck. All our area high schools know about teamwork and the importance of playing as a cohesive unit. That's why Simmons Natal Enterprises is proud to back all our kids while they eye a state championship. Good luck, teams, from Simmons Natal Sanitation.
Reader's Digest recently conducted a poll of travelers who have stayed at a hotel in their state, and the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge Orofino was chosen by Idaho as the #1 lodge to rest your head. Relax and enjoy the many amenities the hotel has to offer: indoor pool and hot tub, full complimentary breakfast, and stunning views of the Clearwater River right outside your window. Plus, the lodge is within easy walking distance to downtown. #1 in the state is chosen by their customers, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge.
Welcome back once again. Proud of the Maniacs, Atkinson Distributing, Terry Bowling of Campus Financial, and Les Schwab Tire Center on KLER Orofino as we head to the top of 2. Orofino putting up a 4 spot in the home half of the first, Jeff.
Yeah, 4 runs on 3 hits, CJ, and 2 of those 3 hits came on the very first pitch that Maniacs saw against Saharis. So they must see something that they like, and they are going to attack right away.
Orofino looking confident. That's what you want to see.
Middle third of the order now for the Hornets. Our home plate umpire is, I think he wants the whiteboard off. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. So our home plate umpire says, okay, we're ready to play, as Deegan Edgar steps in. He's another righty. He's going to stand even with the plate. First offering from Christofferson is low for a ball 1-0. Christofferson going 1-2-3 against the Hornets in the top of the first inning. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball out to left field. The 1-0 delivery on the way. High for a ball.
And now he's pitching with a bit of a cushion.
Right now, Gavin turns around, takes his hat off, and he's got quite the dew underneath that cap, but it's a warm afternoon here at the ballpark at Orofino. The 2-0 on the way to Edgar. Fastball swung on, fly ball, tailing foul, the right field line. 2-1 now to Deegan.
Yeah, to your point, I think this might be the hottest day of the year so far. Is it not?
I think so, yeah. I was going to look at my phone, but my phone is so hot it won't turn on.
That's a good indication. Yeah. That breeze feels nice.
It does. Edgar ready at the plate, and here's Christofferson's 2-1 pitch. Swinging, strike 2. Boy, Deegan swung at a pitch, CJ, it looked low and inside and below the knees. He must have saw something on that curveball that he liked from Gavin, and Gavin had him fooled on a swinging strike. Now the 2-2 to Edgar. Swung on, and this was going to be lined out into right field for a base hit. So that's the first hit of the day for the Hornets. It comes with at the start of the second inning.
A nice piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much with it there. Just stuck the bat out, let it do the work, and sent it opposite field.
That's right. Yeah, anytime you can poke that bat out there, and our home plate umpire once again is saying, hey, we need that whiteboard off of the screen. And I'm not sure what the heck is on there, but there's some numbers, Orofino and Declo, that the girls over here to the left are writing for the Maniacs to see. I'm not sure. But our home plate umpire says, I don't want to see it up there. Take it off. Kaiden Murdoch, he's going to take a fastball, first pitch strike. Gavin with a short trip around the hill, working from the stretch for the first time in this baseball game. He'll come set, steps off the back of the rubber, and looks Edgar back to first base.
Murdoch listed with a 200 batting average.
And B throw over to first base gets Edgar back. Edgar, the coaching staff must say he's a threat to steal. Pitches swung through. 0-2 to Kaiden. Looking into the third base dugout is Silas. He has the sign. Flashes the pitch out to Gavin Christofferson. As Gavin again taking a look over at first base. Edgar away. Pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Will Gerard on deck and Carson Ramsey in the hole.
He also, of course, wants to keep Edgar close to keep the double play ball possibility.
And a move over to first base. Underneath the tag is Edgar as he comes with his A move. The throw over to Dash just a little high. He wants to get that low. Here's the 1-2. Ooh! Yeah, there it is. There's the punch out. Our home plate umpire thinks about it a little bit as Silas Naranjo gets up from his crouch and walks the ball out onto the grass. I think he too was waiting for our home plate umpire to let us know what it is.
Yeah, you thought there was no way that missed.
That is the 3rd strikeout for starting pitcher Gavin Christofferson. Gerard now. Gerard's going to hit one out into right field. Up on the ball is Schneider, so he'll get into the cutoff. Howell. Second base hit. That's going to push Edgar from first to second base. Nothing special again, CJ. Looks like Declo is just going to try and poke that bat out there. Let it do the work, just like you said. And so far, it's brought on 2 singles. Ramsey.
Been able to find the hole on the right side of the infield.
Christofferson looking in, has the sign from Silas. He'll straighten up, set at the letters. Outside the first pitch, ball 1. Maniacs lead the Declo Hornets here 4-0. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Declo threatening here with 2 aboard and 1 gone. Gavin with a check of the runner. Pitches swung through. 1-1.
Had Ramsey back on his heels on that pitch.
Runners take their leads, not being held on. Nothing going on out at second. And the 1-1, there's going to be a called strike 2. Some of the Declo fans not exactly happy with that pitch called strike, but sure enough, I'm sure it hit the outside black. 1-2. Ramsey hitting 7th in the order for the Hornets. Long look in by Christofferson. Checks the runner at second. Here's the 1-2. Swinging 3rd strike. 2 gone here for the Hornets in their half of the 2nd inning.
4th K in the books here in the early going for Gavin Christofferson.
So, CJ, in the pregame show, I said, you know, Gavin's not one of those guys that's going to have a whole ton of strikeouts. But look at this, 4 strikeouts through 2 innings here so far.
Reverse psychology.
Probably. Taylor with 2 gone here in the Hornets half of the 2nd. Again from the stretch, Christofferson starts him out with a curve, taken for a strike. Jack Taylor hitting in the 8th spot, today's right fielder. He's in the front of the box, left foot on that chalk, or what remains of the chalk. Pitch is swung through as he chases a fastball outside the zone for strike 2.
Gorgeous day here at the ball field, nothing but sunshine. Is a little bit of haze in the air coming over from the fires in Canada.
Yeah. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, fly ball left field coming in on it. Drobish camps underneath it, makes the 2-handed catch, and that'll do it for Declo. They waste a couple of base runners and a couple of singles. Orofino leads it 4-0 after an inning and a half, CJ.
It's 8-9-1 for the Maniacs. Cochran, Christofferson, and Naranjo due up after this.
When electrical problems occur at your home or business, it's best left to a professional to assure your safety. Call on the knowledgeable and experienced team of Innovative Electric Services. In Orofino, Innovative Electric can give you a free estimate with competitive pricing to do everything from new builds to remodels. Serving Orofino and all the surrounding area with honest and timely work, call Innovative Electric at 476-3321. No job too big or small. Call Innovative Electric Services, Orofino.
Yard cleanup for that big event is made easy when you pick up the power of a steel gas or battery-powered blower from Olive's Auto Parts. Take a look today at the full line of steel handheld blowers proven to get the job done with cruise control throttle for constant airflow. The BG50 gas blower is now just $139.95. No need to pull on a rope with the Steel BGA57 battery-powered blower. Comes complete with battery and charger, $179.95. Find the full line of steel products at Olive's Auto Parts, Michigan Avenue, Orofino.
Kimberling Insurance, Innovative Electric, and Olive's Auto Parts back the Maniacs all throughout the season on KLER Orofino as we head to the home half of the second. Orofino with a 4-0 advantage, Jeff.
Well, CJ back out on the hill, Treg Zaharis. He has struck out one, but he has hit two by pitch, and both of those runners have come across to score. Cochran will lead things off here in the Maniac half of the second innings. The Harris first pitch is a fastball, swung on, popped up. Second baseman Snedeker runs in on the grass, makes the catch for the first out. That, CJ, is the first out that the Maniacs have had on a first pitch against Zaharis. Chased a pitch that was outside the zone, got underneath it, and just a cheap fly ball out. Christofferson, he's going to hit one hard out into right field, but Taylor comes in on it, and it'll be the center fielder, Silcock, who steps in front of him to make the catch out in right field. There are two gone now.
Zacharias kind of starting to find his rhythm here. You can tell from watching that he is more of a contact pitcher, and so those fly ball outs are real big for him.
So that brings us to leadoff hitter Silas Naranjo. Pitch to Silas. He clenches up his back pockets, and that ball just goes by him. You look at him, he puts his hand on his chest like, oh, I want to get on other than getting hit by a pitch. Ball one. Zaharis, the 1-0. Fastball skips away from Long behind home plate for ball two.
Yeah, he already took one for the team today.
Yeah. So the right-hander steps into the box, steps out, steps back in, pokes that bat through the strike zone, maybe 2 fingers off the knob of that bat. Here's the 2-0. High for ball three.
Silas, such a patient hitter.
Just a smart hitter, CJ. You know, patience, but he knows what will work for him. Fastball is low. He'll toss the bat. Ball four. And he's on for the second consecutive time. First walk issued by starting pitcher Zaharis.
That's what he does. That's why you want him in that leadoff spot. He finds a way to get on base.
Number 9, Barlow, on deck number 8.
So one aboard for the left-handed hitter Dash Barlow, hitting just under 300. Single in his first at-bat. And I'm not sure what just happened there. He stepped off the back of the rubbers that Harris did after he reached into his glove. I'm thinking he is dangerously close to getting called for a balk. First pitch, high. Here's the throw down to first. Tag's applied, but sliding in under the tag is Naranjo.
Interesting that there's no courtesy runner for Silas right now, as with 2 outs, you'd think he need to go get his catcher's gear on.
Silas with the lead, being held on by the very tall Edgar, the first baseman. Pitch is swung on, a ground ball to the shortstop on the third hop. Here's the throw to first. It is in time after a nice stretch by Edgar over at first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left out there. We're through 2 innings of play, and the Maniacs lead it 4-0.
It is Lee, Snedeker, and Silcock that will take to the plate for the Hornets when Jeff and I return after this.
Clearwater Valley Hospital and Orofino Health Center, along with St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics, Cottonwood, are proud to help support the mission of our local high schools and all their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the field of play, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Hospital and Orofino Health Center, along with St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics, staffed by only the best family practice physicians and physician assistants.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
We're back here at the ballpark of Orofino High School, the site of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. Our game is brought to you in part by friends Barlow Quality Trusts, Watson's Market, and Orofino Physical Therapy. CJ, pretty good game here so far. Maniacs 4 runs on 3 hits. They've kept Declo off the scoreboard after surrendering 2 hits in the last half inning. Looking pretty good here right now.
Yeah, the Maniacs came out hot out of the gates. They were able to take advantage of the opportunities that they had after Zacharias plunked a couple of batters. They picked up a couple of hits. And that is huge, not leaving those opportunities out there on the field. Here's Baxter Lee to lead things off in the 9th spot. Christofferson winds and delivers the first pitch, and therefore called strike. Lee DHing today, hits .263. Now the 0-1 offering, swing and a one-hopper into the glove, and Naranjo over at third fires it to first in time.
You know, you've got to give it to Quinton over there at third base, CJ. He took a short hop on that second hop. He knows he's got time. He believes in his arm. He's just a freshman, but when he came up with that, I thought he's going to have to get rid of that. And on an absolute line, he transfers over to first base.
Now it's back around to the top of the order with Snedeker. First pitch from Christofferson. The fastball's up high. 1-0.
Max, one of Christofferson's 4 strikeout victims.
He hits .333. Dangerous bat. The 1-0 delivery swung through for strike 1.
Snedeker had a full swing, CJ, but it didn't look like he put everything behind that swing. He was just trying to make contact like the 2 hitters prior to him.
Christofferson wheels and deals the 1-1, blows that by a swinging Snedeker. 1-2.
Big cut by Max that time, CJ. He wasn't going to get shortchanged on that swing. He extended his arms all the way because that ball broke away from the right-handed hitter.
Gavin pitching from ahead in the count once again at 1-2. Bases clear, 1 away. 1-2 pitch to Snedeker, swing and a comebacker into the glove of Christofferson on the mound. The short toss got him. Just like that, there's 2 away.
You know, and that could have spelled problems for Christofferson, CJ, because he had to run off the mound and field that ball basically where the dirt of the mound met the infield grass, and he came up and he almost looked as though he was going to double clutch that ball, but he threw it right away and beats out a pretty fast Snedeker.
Now here is a Cal Silcock. Gavin. First pitch, swing and a foul tip. 0-1. Silcock struck out swinging in the first. Maniacs with a 4-0 advantage here in the top of 3. Bases cleared, 2 away. The 0-1 on the way to Silcock. Swing and a miss, 4-strike 2. Christofferson out to the 0-2 lead.
Gavin's doing such a good job to spot that fastball. That one was just a little above the letters. Silcock took a big swing at it.
We'll see what he brings with the waist pitch here. The 0-2 to Silcock in there for a called strike, rung him up. That's the 5th K for Gavin Christopherson. He sets the Hornets down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left out there. 4-0 Maniacs.
Well, when we come back, it'll be the bottom of the third, and for Orofino, it's 3, 4, and 5, Howell, Drobish, and Olive, when CJ and I return after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hard-working men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the baseball and softball teams participating in postseason play. Finke Logging is proud of all of our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forward in the classroom and on the ball field. Good luck, Maniacs. Bring home the hardware. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
It happens every May, postseason high school baseball and softball, and every year the Orofino Maniacs are always in the thick of it. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the rich tradition of Orofino High School athletics and hopes you'll get out and watch the next game. Orofino will be fighting for the Idaho Class 2A state title, and with you cheering in the stands, the Maniacs will be winners. Don't miss one game. Atkinson Distributing, where you'll find quality Chevron fuels with Techron, diesel, and home heating oils, backing OHS athletics.
Happy to sponsor in part today's Maniac State Baseball broadcast, your friends at Best Built Builder Supply and Clearwater Valley Health on AM 13 KLER Orofino. And for those of you who are listening to our streaming YouTube, it's KLER 1300 AM. I'm Jeff Jones. That guy right there is CJ Thompson. And CJ, good game here so far.
Yeah, most definitely. Maniacs came out hot, up 4-0. They've been confident. Bodie Howell to lead things off. Zacharias back out on the mound. Cut at the first pitch, fouls it back into the net, 0-1.
Bodie offering at that pitch tells Treg Zaharis one of two things. That he's not afraid to swing at a pitch that's outside the zone, but it's close to his wheelhouse. You give him something.
The 0-1 delivery, a hard hit grounder, but right at the shortstop between the wickets of Gerard into left field, and the Maniacs with the leadoff man aboard as Howell reaches on the air.
That's the first error in today's baseball game, and we've seen Gerard with a couple of opportunities out there at shortstop, and really he's pretty good glove out there.
Took a bit of a late hop there. You see Gerard tapping his chest, taking responsibility for that one. Howell the lead over at first. He's held on by Edgar. Here's the first pitch to Drobish. Paints the inside edge. 0-1. Drobish started off the scoring in the first with a 2 RBI single. Just past the glove at shorts. Here's the pitch, a curveball fouled off over towards the Declo dugout, 0-2.
That light breeze picking up against CJ, and it feels very nice.
It really does.
For us people who are out here in the elements.
Don't you wish our phones could feel that? So the temperature gauge wouldn't be too high. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Drobish. That is low.
Lom behind home plate, CJ. He looks down to first base. We've not seen him throw to first yet, I don't recall. I don't believe anyway. But the Maniacs trying to get a lead.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up over foul territory, first base side, giving chases. Edgar not going to make it there. And Drobish catches a break, keeps his at-bat alive.
Boy, those are some long legs by Edgar over there at first base, CJ. He gave chase. Ended up right up against the fence there. Maybe if he's got half a step more, he can extend that glove out there and possibly make a catch.
Yeah, he gave a good run at it. The 1-2 offering, fouled back into the backstop. 1-2. Drobish almost going down to his knees after that one.
Yeah, you know, if it's near the strike zone, you're going to have to get a cut at it because you've already got a couple of strikes against you. You've got to keep your at-bat alive, foul off anything that might be reasonably close.
One on, nobody away. 4-0. And a move over to first base, diving back in goes Howell. Howell aboard after reaching on the air. See if they decide to test the arm of Lown behind the dish, swinging a grounder right side to his left is Snedeker. Short toss to first, and they'll get Drobish. He goes down to 4-3, but he's able to move Howell over on the play. And now the Maniacs with a runner in scoring position with just one down for Aiden Olive.
Yeah, the way that Nick approached that pitch, CJ, it was tailing hard to the left away from Snedeker over at second base. I thought it had a chance to actually get out into right field.
Now with the lead at second, one down. Zacharias to pitch, bunt laid down the third base side, charging is Murdoch. He has it to toss across, not in time. Aiden Olive quick up the line, and he runs it out using those long legs we've talked all year about how he's got wheels.
You know, we saw that during the district tournament, or you did, and just prior to the district tournament. I'll tell you what, Aiden's got such a long galloping stride, and he's got some speed behind him as well, so he makes it, he beats the throw on a hard throw from third baseman Murdoch.
Yeah, just a fantastic athlete. Now runners on the corners with one away for Quentin Arano. Got a chance to come up big here, that pitch in the dirt. 4-1.
Right now, Bodie Lom behind home plate doing a pretty good job. He's not letting much get past him.
Arano got all of one last time, lined straight into third baseman's glove as the runner goes. Curveball in there for a strike. Olive will come in with no throw.
Well, Olive had 2 stolen bases in his first trip out onto the sack. CJ, market number 3 now. 2 in scoring position.
Here's the 1-1 pitch and a hard hit ball out to left. This one's going to drop. 1 run will score. Olive will put on the brakes at third. And Quentin Arano puts the Maniacs up 5-0.
Wow. That's a hard hit ball off the bat of Quentin, who's hitting, 250, CJ? He got a gift. Pitch a little on the inside. He turned on it nicely and sent it right up that left field line. It had to be played on a hop by Ramsey out there, bringing home a run, making it 5-0 Orofino.
Now here's Easton Schneider. 2 on, 1 away. Runner goes. That pitch, a called strike at the letters. 0-1.
You know, right now, Lom behind home plate sees that there's a pretty good lead by Aiden down that third base line. He's not even going to attempt to throw out to second.
The runners at second and third, 1 away. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, swinging a pop-up over towards right field. Under it is Taylor, makes the catch. Tagging, coming home from third is Aiden Olive. He will score. That throw way over the head of Lown.
Wow.
To third on the play goes Narano.
Silcock, CJ, I'll tell you what, he was medium to deep depth out there in center field, and he uncorked a throw that went well over home plate all the way back here into the warning track at the screen. He has an absolute arm. Fly ball out for Schneider, and he picks up a run, making it 6-0.
2 away. Here's Loudon Cochran. That fastball is high. 1-0.
So give a sacrifice to Easton Schneider, bringing the run in. And on the play, of course, Naranjo goes from second to third, another run in scoring position.
Here's the pitch, fouled straight back into the catcher. He's really getting it today.
Just underneath that pitch, a big cut by Cochran, and he fouled it back right into the gear of catcher Lom. I mean, that was just right into his face mask.
Yeah, he's got to be thankful for that protection.
Our home plate umpire, that is Jerry Wicks. He said, hey, I just want to double check there's 2 outs, right? It says so on the scoreboard, and we can always believe our scoreboard here at Orofino High.
It has never been off. There's the set and the 1-1 pitch to Cochran. And that misses for ball, 2 balls and a strike to Loudon. Over on deck is Gavin Christopherson. He's hoping he gets a chance to get in on the action here in the third. Runner over at third, here's the pitch, swing, and a ground ball past the glove of Edgar at first into right field. A run will score, and the Maniacs go up 6-0 here in the home half of the third. Loudon Cochran with an RBI single.
Anytime, CJ, that ball rides up the fair line, and then if it goes foul, but then in this case, as it did, it hit something in foul ground. It bounced right over the top of first base. That is in fair territory. No play for Edgar over at first.
Cochran will take his lead over at first, held on by Edgar. Here's Christofferson, pitch from Zacharias, swinging a pop-up straight back, and Laum giving chase, couldn't get there. 0-1. Christofferson seeing what he can do to help his own cause. Here in the third, he flied out to center in his last at-bat. Waves the bat over his right shoulder. Tall right-hander. Here's the pitch from Zacharias. A called strike at the knees. 0-2.
Maniacs, 4 runs in the first on 3 hits. They have 3 runs here in the third on 3 hits.
Here's the set and the waist pitch to Christofferson, swinging a slow grounder left side, moving to his left. Gerard has it to throw in time to set down at Christofferson 6-3 for the third out. But the Maniacs do some more damage. They pick up a couple of runs on 2 hits and error, and they leave one stranded. It is 6-0 or 7-0 Orofino.
And coming up, it'll be Declo's half of the fourth. When we return, it's catcher Laum, followed by Edgar and Murdoch after this.
Orofino Police Department encourages all Maniac faithful to come out to the ballpark at Orofino High for the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. Maniac Baseball takes on the toughest teams in hopes of hanging another championship banner at OHS. Orofino Police Department knows that raising great kids in our schools and athletic programs means great kids live and work in our community. Show your support any way you can and help them grow into super citizens. Orofino Police Department says be there for our kids and go Maniacs.
Yard cleanup for that big event is made easy when you pick up the power of a steel gas or battery-powered blower from Olive's Auto Parts. Take a look today at the full line of steel handheld blowers proven to get the job done with cruise control throttle for constant airflow. The BG50 gas blower is now just $139.95. No need to pull on a rope with the Steel BGA57 battery-powered blower. Comes complete with battery and charger, $179.95. Find the full line of steel products at Olive's Auto Parts, Michigan Avenue, Orofino.
Back here at the ballpark at Orofino High, our broadcast brought to you in part by Fiesta and Jalisco Mexican Food Restaurant, Rick Lundgren of Family Eye Care, and Best Western Lodge at River's Edge. Well, we're through 3 innings of play. Maniacs up 7-0, and here is CJ Thompson.
And I misspoke there at the end of the inning. Maniacs with 3 runs on 2 hits, an error, and 1 left out there. They lead at 7-0. What a start for Orofino.
Gosh, yeah, 7 runs, 6 hits on 1 error.
Gavin Christofferson back out on the mound trying to keep that going. He loves to have a cushion as he faces a Bodie Laum. First pitch fastball for a called strike.
So Bodie, he only saw 1 pitch when he flew out to end the first, CJ. That's only his 2nd pitch.
The 0-1 on the way to Laum, that is high.
Gavin trying to come back with a 2nd pitch curveball, CJ. There was no spin, no bite on that last pitch.
Wind up and the 1-1 delivery, swing and a high pop-up over right side, just onto the grass. Backing up is Howell. He'll make the catch, and there's 1 down.
I tell you what, that ball came off that bat extremely quick, CJ. As a matter of fact, immediately after it came off, I looked for it in this big blue sky. Could not find it. Had to look out onto the field and find Howell, the 2nd baseman, tracking it down.
I'll tell you, I'm seeing the ball way better not having to look through the window.
Little Windex will fix that for you.
The windup in the first pitch to Edgar. Fastball misses for ball 1.
Deegan singled in his first at-bat, was left stranded at 2nd. He was the first base hit that they had.
And the 1-0 pitch, swinging a fly ball, arcing towards right field and staying put, making the catch, Easton Schneider. Not a two-handed catch, though. Didn't go fundamental.
No, he did not. You look at Easton, and you know that ball is tracking out there somewhere, and he just is almost walking to the position because you're wondering, does he see it? Is he tracking it? But he was right there and just puts that leather up and makes the catch for the 2nd out.
He's got that athleticism. I just know you really like the two-handed fundamental.
I do.
Catch. Here's Murdoch. First pitch high with the fastball. 1-0. Murdoch went down looking in the 2nd. 1-0 pitch. That is high and a little inside. 2-0. Breeze has died down here at the ball field. Feeling the brunt of the sun. The wind-up, the 2-0 pitch fouled off, over and out of play. As back and out of play, actually. Landed right near the concession stand. Speaking of the concession stand, come on out and get some primetime baseball food.
Gosh, yeah, hamburgers, hot dogs, German dogs, they've got it all up there.
Can't beat this baseball. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and thought about pulling the trigger on that. It misses low. 3 balls and a strike now. Will Gerard over on deck. Carson Ramsey is in the hole. Christofferson able to set down the first 2 Hornets he has faced. Here's the 3-1 offering, and strike on the inside edge at the knees, and Murdoch had taken off up the first base line. He won't have to come back.
Oh gosh, yeah. I thought strike here, but it was a little on the inside. And Murdoch said, I'm taking off. I'm not going to give our home plate umpire any time to think about it. But he is very meticulous about his calls. That means slow.
Here's the payoff pitch to the plate, and jammed up. He fouled it off.
Right off the knob of that bat, CJ. As he's coming through, he lets his hands go forward. You want to throw your hands out there, and it just went off the knob of that bat.
Count stays full. Big breath from Gavin. Pitching well so far. Payoff pitch number 2 to the plate. This one fouled back into the net, as well as Murdoch going the distance against Christofferson.
Yeah, this young man is getting his cuts in, CJ, after having to be called back to home plate after what he thought was ball 4. He's going to make sure he's swinging at everything. 3-2 right now.
Doing a good job protecting with 2 strikes. This will be payoff pitch number 3 that's coming up. Wind up and the pitch on the way. Fastball is low. And a 2-out base runner for the Hornets.
First walk given up by starting pitcher Gavin Christofferson. That's probably the deepest he has gone against any one batter against Declo, CJ.
If I remember correctly, Gavin did go the distance against Kellogg in the district tournament as well. Went to complete game. Of course, he'll be looking to do that here today as he has a visit from Silas. Talking about how they want to pitch this at-bat here to Will Gerard. He's got a good bat. He swings at a .333 clip. Murdoch, short lead over at first, held on by Barlow. Here's the pitch, a swing, and a chopper into the glove, and Naranjo over at third. The toss to second. They will get the lead runner. And that will do it for the Hornets here in the 4th, as they are held scoreless on no hits, no errors, none left out there. 7-0 Orofino.
When we come back, it'll be the Maniac half of the 4th inning. With the 7-0 advantage, it'll be the top 3 hitters, Naranjo, Barlow, and Howell, after this. Proud to support Orofino High Athletics are your friends at Sunset Mart. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, while listening to the Maniacs, enjoy a delicious sandwich from our cold case and an ice-cold soft drink. A juicy hamburger is easily available from the hot deli case and always satisfying. And now mornings till 11, Sunset Mart serves up biscuits and gravy. We're on the go or are settling in to listen to a game. Stop by Sunset Mart, your Maniac backer on Michigan Avenue.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Thank you for listening into our contest today. The Orofino Maniac Baseball broadcast brought to you by Simmons Natal Enterprises, Finke Logging, and P1FCU. I'm Jeff Jones. CJ, great day here. It's always a good day when the Maniacs jump out to a 7-0 lead after 3.5 innings of play.
Yeah, you know, my teacher in high school would say every day's a great day. We have a new pitcher, though. Baxter Lee is on the mound now, it looks like, for the Declo Hornets. He'll take over for Trig Zacharias. And I don't suppose that you brought the binoculars down here, did you?
They're in the car.
Good.
So the DH is now pitching, and Treg is in the dugout, the third base dugout.
Hoping that those are the only changes. And it will be Silas Narano that will be the first to face Lee. Lee sets and fires the first pitch. A fastball in there for a strike at the letters. Going right after Narano. Has the sign. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a high fly ball to left field. Moving to his left is Ramsey. He'll settle under it, make the catch. And there's one away.
Well, Silas just gets underneath it. He just misses the heart of that ball, CJ. A lot of height underneath it. He even gets just a little bit more of that ball. He's going to be sending Ramsey in left field out to the wall to get it.
Now here's the lefty Dash Barlow. First pitch on the way from Lee, and he paints the outer part of the plate. 0-1. Of course, they like to pitch away from the lefty. That one is low. Ball and a strike now to Barlow. Barlow with a single and a run scored already. He's 1 for 2. The 1-1 to Barlow. Swing and a pop-up over and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes now to Dashel, who hits a .294 on the season. Taps the dish, waves the bat through the zone. The 1-2 offering from Lee outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bodie Howell over on deck, Nick Drobish in the hole. It's the top of the order for the Maniacs. The 2-2 offering bounces in from Lee, who lost his balance on the mound. Full count.
Doesn't seem to be too concerned about the hill. He didn't, try to fill any holes or anything like that, so must have just bent too much at the knee.
Now the set and the payoff pitch to Barlow. That one is low for ball 4. He'll toss the bat, head over to first, and the Maniacs with a 1-out base runner.
So the book closed on starting pitcher Zaharis. He gives up 7 runs on 6 hits.
Now Bodie Howell at the plate. 1 on, 1 away. Lee fires the first pitch, swing and a pop-up over and out of play. Howell going after that one.
Again, this is game 2 of the state tournament. Firth and Napa Christian were in game 1. Napa Christian coming away with a 3-2 victory. We have 2 more games after this.
Now the 0-1 from Lee. It is outside. Fires over to first as Laum, and it gets past Edgar into right field, but staying put at first will be Barlow.
As we said, Laum he's been looking base runners back, but that's the first time I believe that we've actually seen him make a play at first, and he over-rotated CJ. That ball was off the glove of Edgar and out into right field.
Now the 1-1 delivery inside, twisting away from that goes Howell. 2 balls and a strike. So the Maniac 3-hitter. Spent the majority of the year in the cleanup spot. Switched to 3 for playoffs. Swing and a miss at a pitch up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Bodie thought he could get a piece of that and drive it somewhere, CJ, but that was actually just a little bit of the letters.
And a move over to first base. It gets by Edgar over to the fence, and easily into second is Barlow. And Lee was trying to get Barlow's momentum moving the wrong way as he was just taking his lead. But Edgar couldn't hang on there, and the Maniacs get a free base. Howell looking for his first hit of the tournament. Here's the pitch, fouled back into the backstop. Count will stay even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dash Barlow in scoring position at second base. 1 away. Narano flied out to lead off the inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive base hit to center field. Having to play it on a hop is Silcock. Into third base goes Barlow. And Bodie Howell has his first base knock of the state tournament.
Yeah, good idea for Dash Barlow going from second to third. He had to hold up a little bit. He didn't know where Silcock was playing defensively out in center field. If he takes off knowing that that ball is going to drop in, he's got an opportunity to round third and come home.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now runners on the corners for cleanup hitter Nick Drobish. Drobish put the Maniacs on the board in the first. Here's the first pitch to Nick, high and tight. 1-0.
So this is Nick's second at-bat. Of course, the RBI single back in the first. Bounced out. The first out in the third inning.
A 1-0 offering, swinging a slow grounder left side. As Girard has it, quick toss to second in time. Here's the turn. No, did not get it. And the run will score from third. Dash Barlow comes across. Howell goes down 6-4, and Drobish reaches on the fielder's choice.
He's going to pick up an RBI for his efforts there, CJ, as scoring Dashel. And look at this, it is 8-0 here in the fourth. Should the Maniacs score the run that is at home plate right now, Olive, that'll induce the 10-run rule.
Here is Aiden Olive. That pitch as the runner goes. Throw is high and tag not in time. Drobish in there with a stolen base. That pitch missed for ball 1. Olive 2 for 2 so far. Ran out an infield single.
Maniacs 5 stolen bases here in this contest, CJ.
Wow. They really can run. Here's the set from Lee in the 1-0 pitch, and a ball up the middle past the glove of second baseman Snedeker, and rounding third and coming home. Here's the play at the plates, and no tag. Drobish will be safe, no throw to second. Olive ends up at second, and the Maniacs up 9-0.
Help me to remember, that was the second baseman Snedeker with the error. Is that right, CJ?
Yes, it was, yep.
Middle infield, and I just took my eyes off momentarily, but the error brings home a run. It is 9-0 Orofino, the 10th run standing out at second base. And of course, Declo will have their half of the 5th inning in which to work with.
Here is Quentin Narano. First pitch comes in high, and catcher Lam wants to go talk to his battery mate Lee.
We hope that you'll listen in at the conclusion of today's game. We're going to honor an Orofino baseball athlete with the KLER Pizza Factory Player of the Game Award. Ate at the Pizza Factory yesterday, CJ. Had that all-you-can-eat lunch, you know, pizza and salad. I tell you what, they lose money when I go in there. I love that place when they have that salad.
There's the set and the 1-0 swung through by Narano. Here's a throw to second, and a nice play to keep that in the infield by Max Snedeker. Count is even at a ball and a strike to Quentin Narano, who's 1 for 2. Here's the set and the pitch. That is behind the back of Narano, I believe. 2 balls and a strike. And the runner goes, as that in there for a called strike, no throw. Olive, another stolen base. And he's got, what, 4 now in the contest?
1, 2, 4, you're correct.
Count 2-2 to Narano. Here's the pitch, a fastball is low. Full count to Quentin Narano. Maniacs' 10th run and 90 feet away over at third base, and Aiden Olive has great speed. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul ball over and out of play. Might find that truck.
I'll tell you what, Quentin swung at that pitch that was well inside and tight, and he corked at that thing after probably it was almost in the catcher's glove and fouled it away.
The 3-2 pitch, a curveball, swing and a base hit up the middle. That is going to score Olive from third base. Maniacs go up 10-0. What a storybook opener here for the Orofino Maniacs at the state tournament 2023.
Quentin is just a freshman, CJ, but he sees the ball so very well. And that ball was above his letters, and he's got the strength to raise that bat and pull it out of the O-zone and send it out into center field for an RBI single.
Now here's Easton Schneider. Lee will step off and look Nerano back to first. Nerano playing a game with him over there. He's held on by Edgar. Here's the pitch. A fastball is low as Alam hops up and looks Nerano back to first.
Yeah, Quentin getting into Baxter's head right now, CJ, as evidenced by that pitch. It was nowhere near the zone. Dang near skipped up into the glove of his catcher.
Now the 1-0. It gets out of the glove of Edgar, and taking off for second is Nerano. No throw. He will reach on the passed ball. Here's the set and the 2-0 to Schneider. That ball misses for ball 3-0. And Nerano did succeed in getting in the head of Lee. Got him thinking about anything but the battle with Schneider. Here's the 3-0 as the runner goes. Hopping up, throw to third, not in time. Great jump for Quentin Nerano. And the youngster showing off his skills here in the game 2 of the state tournament. Runner at third, 2 away, 3-0 the counts. Here's the pitch to Schneider, taken all the way outside for ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Runners on the corners now for the Maniacs as they have a 10-0 advantage here in the home half of the fourth.
Well, Lee, since coming in here to start the fourth inning, CJ, he has given up 3 runs on 2 hits, an error, and he has given up 3 stolen bases, as well as the 3 runs. So unfortunately, the bleeding just will not seem to stop for the Declo Hornets, bringing in Lee as he was DH'd for early in this game by Treg Zaharis.
And the Hornets have called in the infield. Around their pitcher Lee. And are we going to
I think we're going to have a pitching change, yeah.
And we'll have a pitching change. Maniacs lead at 10-0 here in the home half of the fourth. We'll be back after this.
Plans on building a new home, garage, or adding to your current business? Call Barlow Quality Trust, a name you've come to trust. Pick up the phone now, call Barlow Quality Trust for a free estimate, 435-4348. For commercial, residential, farm buildings, build them to last with the help of Barlow Quality Trust. Engineered and TPI inspected, free delivery within a 100-mile radius of Orofino, as well as competitive rates on our boom service. Barlow Quality Trust, backing high school athletics.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Wall Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Details at leschwab.com/sale.
You're listening to the Maniacs on KLER Orofino, brought to you in part by your friends at Orofino Police Department and Riverside Physical Therapy. Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson. Thanks a lot for listening in. We are also streaming on our YouTube channel, KLER 1300 AM. CJ, we have a new pitcher out there for the Declo Hornets.
That we do, taking his warm-up tosses at Deegan Edgar. He comes over from first base. So now over at first base is Kaiden Murdoch, and I believe that is Baxter Lee now over at third. That should take care of all of the changes. Runners on the corners, 2 down for Loudon Cochran. Here's the pitch as the runner goes. Strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. Now Schneider at second, runners at second and third. The set and the 0-1 offering bounces by Alam, and easily scoring from third is Quentin Arano, and it's 11-0 Maniacs. 2-3 on the play goes Easton Schneider.
Wild pitch, CJ, or pass ball? I'm sorry, I was looking at my book. Wild pitch, okay, very good.
Count is 1-1 to Loudon Cochran. Pitch to the plate is up high. 2 balls and a strike.
8 stolen bases to this point here for the Maniacs.
There's the set and we got time called from our home plate umpire.
Oh, it was a balk.
And that will score Easton Schneider from third. And it goes 12-0 Orofino. And when it rains, it pours.
Oh my gosh,
on a sunny day here in Orofino.
You know, and I wish I could tell the folks at home what exactly our home plate umpire, Jerry Wicks, saw from Edgar. But he did something out on the hill.
I believe the count is 2-1, and that pitch misses for ball 3 balls and a strike, and our scoreboard operator did catch up. There's the set and the 3-1 swing and a grounder to the right side. Blocking it is Snedeker that hops up the throw, dribbles away from a Murdoch over at first, and reaching on the throwing error goes Loudon Cochran.
Well, the Maniacs, again, CJ, 2 gone here in the frame, but since those 2 runners have been out, we have scored 5 runs, the biggest run output of any one inning for this Maniac squad, as they've now successfully batted around with Gavin Christofferson coming to the plate.
And the biggest run output in any one inning of the tournament so far by default. Here's the 12-0 pitch, or the first pitch. They're up 12-0. Pitch outside, 1-0. Can't look at numbers and talk at the same time.
You know, we're going to have to tell the folks at home why we're so giddy.
Now here's the pitch as the runner goes, and no throw. Cochran into second with a stolen base.
We were talking about this during the break. CJ and I were at the state tournament last year when this is exactly what happened to Orofino on the opposite way.
And the pitch to Gavin in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count to Gavin, and he's got to be a happy camper as well. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, fouled, back and out of play. Evens count up 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Gavin's got to be a happy camper himself, of course, getting great run support for his start on the mound. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the 2-2 pitch, low, 4-3. Count runs full to Gavin. Gavin hitting it at 290 clip.
Yeah, Deegan trying to, looks like a curveball, CJ, something, the bottom fell out, but he just started low to start with.
Checks on the runner. Now Edgar deals to the dish as the runner goes, swinging a hard hit ground ball. Gerard scoops it up, the throw in time, and that will do it for the Maniacs here in the 4th, but they put up a 5 spot on 2 hits and 2 errors, and they leave 1 out there. It is 12-0 Maniacs.
All right, it'll be the top of the 5th, and when we return, Ramsey, Taylor, and Lee are scheduled up after this.
Reader's Digest recently conducted a poll of travelers who have stayed at a hotel in their state, and the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge Orofino was chosen by Idaho as the #1 lodge to rest your head. Relax and enjoy the many amenities the hotel has to offer: indoor pool and hot tub, full complimentary breakfast, and stunning views of the Clearwater River right outside your window. Plus, the lodge is within easy walking distance to downtown. #1 in the state is chosen by their customers, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge.
The weather is great for plankton. Hi, this is Ian of Your Best Built Builder Supply. In the parking lot of our Highway 12 store, you'll find our greenhouses up and open for you to put that green thumb to work. Bedding plants, bushes, fruit, and vegetable plants. Looking for something deer resistant? Come on by and take a look. Plant medium, fertilizers, and so much more when you shop Best Built Builder Supply and the Parking Lot Nursery. Open 7 days a week. Best Built Builder Supply.
Atkinson Distributing, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, and Les Schwab Tire Center are backers of Maniac Baseball here during the 2A Idaho State Baseball Championships. Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson, and CJ, we were talking during the last break about Orofino going to Napa Christian last year, and the Maniacs were out in 2, and of course they were 10-run, and so it hurts to be on that side, but here we flipped the tables.
Yeah, most definitely. He came in this year with a fantastic mindset. They've looked confident. Here's Gavin Christofferson, first pitch, a called strike to Carson Ramsey. And the Declo Hornets down to their final 3 outs to pick up 3 runs to get it back to a single-digit ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that misses for ball 1, a ball and a strike to Ramsey, who's only had 1 at-bat so far. He struck out swinging. As has Taylor and Lee after him. And the pitch, and therefore a strike at the knees, a ball and 2 strikes. Gavin looking to finish things off on a good note, cap off a good pitching performance. The 1-2 curveball stays up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not sure what type of a pitch Gavin's working with there, CJ, but it just doesn't have any bite. It stays high. Here's the 2-2 and fastball in the dirt. Full counts now to Ramsey. Gavin's pitched well. He's held the Hornets scoreless here through 4 innings, giving up just 2 hits, striking out 5 while walking 1. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch to the plate. Swing and a pop-up, foul territory. Barlow moving over. He'll make the catch. And now the Hornets down to their final 2 outs. Well, this is Jack Taylor, CJ, and as you said about Ramsey, he's only had 1 at-bat, as has Taylor and Lee, who are following him. And of those 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5, they've only seen 5 pitches. Wow. Gavin has been efficient. Taylor stands at the plates. Here's the windup and the pitch, blows it by, a swinging at Taylor. 0-1. Yeah, Taylor just missing that, CJ. It was right about his wheelhouse, but he ends up swinging underneath it. The 0-1 offering to the plate, in there for a strike. Jumps out to the 0-2 lead. Slow walk back out for Christofferson, trying to soak it all in here on this glorious Thursday. Comes with a low fastball on the waist pitch. 1-2. Couldn't have drawn it up better here for the Maniacs. Game 2 of the tournament, the 1-2 pitch. And rung him up. Was waiting for the call from our home plate umpire, and it did come. And that is the 6th K in the book for Gavin Christofferson. 1 out away from an opening round victory. Yeah, gosh, Orofino, they can taste it, CJ, but they have to do everything from the first pitch to the last to make sure that they put this win in the books with good baseball. Now here is Baxter Lee, wind up and the first pitch. Fastball misses. A little high maybe, huh? Yeah. Want to know? And the 1-0 offering to the plates. That's misses as well. Yeah, about the same location, CJ, right there about the letters. Must be just a finger or 2 above the letters for a home plate umpire to call that ball 2. Christofferson wheels and deals the 2-0 pitch. Paints the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike. About belt high. Count is 2-1 to Baxter Lee. Pitch to the plate, fouls it straight down. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 strike away. from an opening round victory for the Orofino Maniacs here in the 2023 2A state tournament from Orofino High School.
You know what you get with a victory here, CJ? Napa Christian Trojans.
Oh boy. Here is the 2-2 to the plate, swing and a foul ball on the third base side. That's a fun draw in the second round.
Yeah, Napa Christian, the defending 2A Idaho State Baseball champions.
So much history to that program.
So much.
Christofferson wheels and deals the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and the Maniacs win it. Orofino takes this one 12-0 over the Declo Hornets here in Game 2 of the 2A State Championships from the ball field at Orofino High. And the Maniacs pick up right where they left off following the district tournaments. They have been solid all year round, and now they're making hay here at the state tournament.
9 stolen bases. I'm sure Scotty Tonderville is going to be extremely happy to talk about his aggressive base running, his kids not missing a sign, doing extremely well. That helped them, no doubt about it, to get to those 12 runs that we saw here today. 12-0, the final score here. Orofino defeats the Hornets of Declo in opening round action of the 2A Idaho State Baseball Championship. CJ and I take a break. We'll come back after this.
It happens every May, postseason high school baseball and softball, and every year the Orofino Maniacs are always in the thick of it. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the rich tradition of Orofino High School athletics and hopes you'll get out and watch the next game. Orofino will be fighting for the Idaho Class 2A state title, and with you cheering in the stands, the Maniacs will be winners. Don't miss one game. Atkinson Distributing, where you'll find quality Chevron fuels with Techron, diesel, and home heating oils, backing OHS athletics.
Yard cleanup for that big event is made easy when you pick up the power of a steel gas or battery-powered blower from Olive's Auto Parts. Take a look today at the full line of steel handheld blowers proven to get the job done with cruise control throttle for constant airflow. The BG50 gas blower is now just $139.95. No need to pull on a rope with the Steel BGA57 battery-powered blower. Comes complete with battery and charger, $179.95. Find the full line of steel products at Olive's Auto Parts, Michigan Avenue, Orofino.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Well, we're back here to the ballpark at Orofino High School as game number 2 is in the books. The Orofino Maniacs defeat the Declo Hornets by the final of 12-0 after 4.5 innings to play. Maniacs scored their 12 runs on 8 hits. They were aided in part by 3 errors by Declo, and the Maniacs left 3 out on the sacks. Declo made a threat to try and climb back into this game in the second inning when they found themselves down at that point 3-0. They put 2 base runners on via 2 hits. However, they were unable to score them, and they left them out on the sacks. And then it was the Gavin Christofferson show after that as he went the minimum in innings 3, 4, and 5. What a fantastic performance by Gavin Christofferson today as he again just he shuts the door effectively on Declo. He goes the minimum in the first, goes only 2 over the minimum in the second. That were the 2 singles and allowing the 2 base runners. But then after that, innings 3, 4, and 5, he goes the minimum. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Scotty Tonneval joins us now. Coach, congratulations on your opening round victory.
Jeff?
Yeah, you betcha. Oh, sure. I don't want to. I don't want to get out there. Congratulations! Wow, it was a complete performance by your kids today.
Yeah, it was really spectacular. Gavin, completely confident, competed his butt off, kept things down to a minimum. Walked one guy, gave up 2 hits. He had a heck of a day, and the guys put up the runs behind him to make his job complete here, to walk off here with it.
7 strikeouts by Gavin. I mean, he moved the ball around quite effectively, kept Declo guessing just about every time that they came up to the plate.
Yeah, agreed. He just had a heck of a day. Silas did a great job. He called that whole game. No assistance from the coaches, so kudos to him. He's starting to really become effective back there at understanding what to do and when to do it.
I saw Silas looking into the dugout, and I thought for certain he was getting pitches from in there. What was it, what's the menu look like for lunch or what?
No, if he's looking in there, he's just looking for a confirmation. He's wanting us to double down on what he's doing, make sure he's on the same page and that we're all just plugging away in the right direction.
Singles everywhere, up and down the lineup. You ran the bases extremely well. 9 stolen bases, according to us.
Pressure burst pipes, keep putting them on them until they stop us. And we've got a lot of speed out there, and we're going to keep utilizing it.
CJ?
A lot of times in years past, you get
This is an activation of the Amber Alert system. This is the Idaho State Communications Center. We have just received this important information regarding a child abducted in Kenyon County. The Nampa Police Department is looking for a child who was last seen at the 81 North Yale Street in Nampa and is believed to be in danger. The child's name is Rudy Ozier Reyes. He is a 2-year-old, male with short black hair and was last seen wearing a gray shirt with hood and pamper diaper. Authorities say that the child may be in the company of Rodolfo Reyes and they may be traveling in a gray 2008 Lexus IS, Idaho license plate 2CTJ790 that was last seen heading in an unknown direction of travel. If you have any information on the whereabouts of this child, please contact 911 immediately.
Last year, they had a pretty tight game with Firth. I'll have to get home and start doing some research tonight and start digging into things so I can prepare the guys and give them an idea of what we're up against. And at the end of the day, I tell the guys all the time, don't get caught looking in the dugout. I've said it 100 times. And what I mean is we're going to come out and compete at max level no matter what. We're not going to have fear. We're going to compete with confidence and go out and play our game.
It helps out that, you've got a shortened game here today by the 10-run rule. Your kids get a chance to get out of the sun and relax, get some fluids into them, and be ready for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited about the opportunity, looking forward to the game. I think it's 2:30 tomorrow against Nampa Christian, and we're excited. We're going to come out here and compete and see how we do.
All right. Very good. Well, congratulations again, Scotty, and we look forward to doing this again tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you being here.
That's Scotty Tonneval, head coach of the Orofino Maniacs, after their 12-0 victory over their opening round opponent, the Declo Hornets. And for those of you at home, missed some of our interview because of the Amber Alert activation. But basically, head to toe. He said that his kids competed well today, and he wants them to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, most definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do against Nampa Christian.
All right, CJ and I are going to take a break. When we come back, we will have our wrapping up our line score and more. Don't go away. Our postgame continues after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hard-working men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the baseball and softball teams participating in postseason play. Finke Logging is proud of all of our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forward in the classroom and on the ball field. Good luck, Maniacs. Bring home the hardware. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
When electrical problems occur at your home or business, it's best left to a professional to assure your safety. Call on the knowledgeable and experienced team of Innovative Electric Services. In Orofino, Innovative Electric can give you a free estimate with competitive pricing to do everything from new builds to remodels. Serving Orofino and all the surrounding area with honest and timely work, call Innovative Electric at 476-3321. No job too big or small. Call Innovative Electric Services, Orofino.
The weather is great for planting. Hi, this is Ian of Your Best Built Builder Supply. In the parking lot of our Highway 12 store, you'll find our greenhouses up and open for you to put that green thumb to work. Bedding plants, bushes, fruit, and vegetable plants. Looking for something deer resistant? Come on by and take a look. Plant medium, fertilizers, and so much more when you shop Best Built Builder Supply and the Parking Lot Nursery. Open 7 days a week. Best Built Builder Supply.
Good luck, teams, playing the 2A girls and boys softball and baseball championships from your friends at Simmons Natal Sanitation. All our area teams like Orofino and Kamei have put many hard hours into this season, and Robert Simmons and crew wish them the best of luck. All our area high schools know about teamwork and the importance of playing as a cohesive unit. That's why Simmons Natal Enterprises is proud to back all our kids while they eye a state championship. Good luck, teams, from Simmons Natal Sanitation.
We're back here at Orofino High School, the site of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships, as the Maniacs again defeat the Declo Hornets 12-0. And with the victory, Orofino will advance to the right side of the bracket. They'll face off against Napa Christian tomorrow afternoon, 2:30. That means we should be on the air with a 2:15 pregame. Declo, with their loss, will now go to the consolation side of the bracket, where tomorrow morning at 9:30 they'll play the Firth Cougars. CJ, you've finished your line score. Go ahead and run that over for the folks at home.
All right, in that leadoff spot, Silas Narano goes 0 for 1, but he did his job. He reached base twice, walking and getting hit by a pitch. He scored on one of those occasions. Dash Barlow in the 2 spot. He was 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Bodie Howell hitting well out of the 3 spot. He was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He also got plunked once. Nick Drobish 1 for 3 with a couple of ribbies and 2 runs scored. He continues to hit well out of the cleanup spot. Aiden Olive hitting 5th. Of course, his bat's always on fire. He goes 2 for 3 with a couple of ribbies, 2 runs scored, swiped 4 bags. Quentin Arano, man, did he swing the bat well out of the 6th spot. He goes 2 for 3 with a couple RBI, 2 stolen bases, and a couple of runs scored. Easton Schneider 0 for 1. He did reach, though, on a walk, scored on that occasion, got a sac fly at ribby, stole a base. Loudon Cochran 1 for 3 with an RBI and a swiped bag, and Gavin Christopherson 0 for 3.
Well, with all that information, folks at home are going to come up with their own idea as to who should be our Pizza Factory player of the game. Listen in, because we'll tell you who it is when CJ and I return to the post-game show, Orofino Declo, right after this.
Proud to support Orofino High Athletics are your friends at Sunset Mart. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, while listening to the Maniacs, enjoy a delicious sandwich from our cold case and an ice-cold soft drink. A juicy hamburger is easily available from the hot deli case and always satisfying. And now mornings till 11, Sunset Mart serves up biscuits and gravy. For on the go or settling in to listen to a game, stop by Sunset Mart, your Maniac backer on Michigan Avenue.
Orofino Police Department encourages all Maniac faithful to come out to the ballpark at Orofino High for the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. Maniac Baseball takes on the toughest teams in hopes of hanging another championship banner at OHS. Orofino Police Department knows that raising great kids in our schools and athletic programs means great kids live and work in our community. Show your support any way you can and help them grow into super citizens. Orofino Police Department says be there for our kids and go Maniacs. Today, your dollar needs to stretch a little further than previous. At Watson's Market Orofino, we invite our senior citizens to shop Thursdays. Every Thursday, receive a 10% discount on all your shopping. Senior Discount Days is Watson's Market Orofino's way of helping our community in times of flush or thin. For savings up and down every aisle, thank you for choosing Watson's Market Orofino.
Open 7 days a week and a 10% discount on Thursdays for seniors. Watson's Market Orofino.
There are some Pizza Factory.
Nothing quite says family happiness like the deliciousness of a piping hot pizza or flatbread from the Pizza Factory. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, the Pizza Factory has 4 new mouth-watering flatbreads. Pesto, artichoke, and tomato flatbreads, also available with buffalo chicken or tomato bacon and olive oil. For a limited time only, come in today and try the new flatbreads.
We toss them. There are some Pizza Factory.
And we are back here to wrap this one up here for the second game of the Idaho State 2A Baseball Championships. The Maniacs with a 12-0 defeat of the Declo Hornets. And CJ, it's time to honor a Maniac with Pizza Factory Player of the Game certificate. It's good for a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of their choice from our friends at the Pizza Factory. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, gosh, so many guys tossing their hats in the ring. Everybody really chipped in here today. Aiden Olive, of course, goes 2 for 3. He had some ribbies, stolen base, couple of runs scored. Quentin Naranjo played fantastic out of that 6 spots. He had a couple of hits, RBIs, couple of runs, but I think that you got to go to the other side and the absolute dominant pitching performance from Gavin Christofferson as he tosses a shutout on just 2 hits, striking out 7 while walking just 1. So congratulations, Gavin, for your efforts. You receive a certificate good for a personal pizza and medium soft drink of your choice from our good friends at the Pizza Factory.
Yeah, just going 2 over the minimum. What a fantastic outing. Especially, you're called upon to come up with the, your guy's first win of the season, and he just comes out on fire. What a good job by Gavin Christofferson.
Yeah, most definitely.
CJ, so we're back tomorrow against Napa Christian, and wow, Napa Christian, the runners-up out of the Western Idaho Conference. I mean, I don't even remember the last time they didn't win that conference. They just squeaked by Firth today, 3-2, and so I'm excited to see another Orofino Napa Christian matchup.
Yeah, me too. Really excited to see who Scotty puts on the mound.
Well, there are 2 more games left today, folks. Come on out. Marsing and Bear Lake are warming up for the 2:30 game. And then the nightcap tonight is Malad and Kellogg, and that'll wrap up the day's first of the state baseball championships. So that's going to wrap it up for us. Hey, let's thank Scotty Tonnevold for coming by and visiting with us, and also all the people who helped get us set up here right behind home plate. Gotta kind of like it. A little hot, but you gotta like it.
Yeah, right in the best zone.
That's right. That's right. You can hear that glove pop. I'm Jeff Jones.
I'm CJ Thompson.
We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good afternoon.
1300 KLER AM would like to thank you for listening in today for Orofino Maniac Baseball. We hope you'll thank the many community backers of today's broadcast and say just how much you appreciate hearing Orofino Baseball on the air. Our sponsors include the Pizza Factory, Riverside Physical Therapy, Renata's Cakery, Les Schwab Tire, Simmons Natal Enterprises, Kimberling Insurance, Orofino Police Department, B1FCU, Innovative Electric, Family Eye Care, Finke Logging, Orofino Physical Therapy, Fiesta and Jalisco, Best Built Builder Supply, Clearwater Valley Health, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, Barlow Quality Trust, Orofino Marketplace, and Atkinson Distributing. Please continue to listen to Maniac Sports throughout the year. Maniac Baseball only on KLER AM 1300. Maniac Baseball is a Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation.